Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Gifted Since 92 and welcome to a brand new episode, and I'm here to do a dedication video on the talented Tinashe, and I'm a huge Sweet Tea fan, and I've been a Tinashe fan since day one, and I will get to the nitty gritty about where I am as a fan and how do I feel about her music career right at this point. And like I said, I'm going to ride out for Tinashe until the wheels fall off. I've wanted to do this dedication video to Tinashe, so I just started my dedication video series of my favorite artists. Tinashe, of course, is one of them. Tinashe, we already know that she has experienced a few bumpy roads in her music career. Like I said, Tinashe's overall talent speaks for itself. She is a singer, songwriter, producer, and dancer. And boy oh boy, Tinashe is it. She has the overall it factor along with her peers. I would say just like Normani Corday, because they're both neck and neck in my opinion, being like the few of the exciting and thrilling entertainers of this generation that can sing and that can dance and that can have stage presence. I also saw Tinashe when she had headlined her Joyride tour. That was back in 2016, and I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to see Tinashe live on tour. I mean, really, it was really a fun night. It was an experience for me as a fan, and I'm going to tell y'all this. Mofos, you know, bird chirping mofos, they can say whatever they want to say about her, but Tinashe is still doing her thing. We already know Team Tinashe. We call ourselves Team Tinashe as well. We know that it's been a minute since Tinashe had released new music. I talked about my frustration about her last album, Joyride, and the whole Joyride album. I did a review on the Joyride album, so I don't want to go back down memory lane. If you guys are interested in seeing why the album didn't do well as it was supposed to do, unfortunately, there were some setbacks of the album and all of that. So if you guys want to get the full backstory, go look at my video about my album review on Joyride. But this is going to be my appreciation video to Tinashe. Alright, now as a fan, what do I expect from Tinashe at this point? Now for her, she's working on new music. She's working on her new album, which will be her third studio album. And she's independent right now because she moved on from RCA. So she's a free artist now. She's independent again. And I'm so glad about goddamn time. Because like I said, you know, I was like tired. My black ass was tired how the mofos were mistreating her. But it's all good. This is a new chapter in Tinashe's music career. And I believe that she will come out swinging with a big bang. One thing about Tinashe that I love about her is her resilience. And she has always been a risk taker. And she has always been a daredevil. In a good way. Because Tinashe has had that mentality since day one. Ever since she did music and wants to do music, she always wanted to express herself, her art. She always took initiative to do things on, like, you know, her way to learn how to, like, produce. The girl is a producer, okay? The lady is a music producer, okay? She's a songwriter. She writes her own song. You know, so Tinashe really, like I said, has developed her own art and her own style and music. And like I said, she's been compared to, and her influences are Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears. Those to name a few, you know. So she fits in that category. And I see in her influences how the way she dances and she commands the stage. Tinashe has really great stage presence, and for me to witness her slay, you know, on the Joyride tour, she's like one of the best dancers of her generation. Some people don't want to give her props. It's all good. I just think it's room for everybody, but she has shown that she can deliver. Tinashe, she's not here to bullshit around. She ain't gonna motherfucker just get on that stage and just do a two-step. That ain't how she is, and that's not how the rest of them are. Like I said, the ones in that category of the lane of singing and dancing at the same time. She's in the category of, like, even the Sierra. Now, her and Sierra are two different artists because I don't want nobody to come on my channel and start some bullshit. I'm a huge fan of Sierra and Tinashe. I support both of them equally, but I'm just saying that dancing of that thrill and excitement, Tinashe also delivers, and she brings in her own like artistry, such as like giving you like that kind of like that fun, and then in a way she gives like more like that sassiness and just that sensuality, and she brings it to like, you know, it's nothing forced. So that's what I love about Tinashe. You know, people have compared her to also like Maya, and Maya, she still doing the damn thing. I love Maya, so I love Maya and her music too. So it's like Tinashe, she fits in the lane of like the dancing, singing. And you know, but like I said, she is Tinashe. She is the next Tinashe. She is no one but her. And I really love to be a fan of Tinashe, because I'm gonna tell you something. Tinashe really is the underdog too, because Tinashe really has put out good music. The issue is that Tinashe just has to have like the right management to stay consistent with her in terms of like promoting her music, getting people to know more about her, and getting people to know more about like who she is overall, like as an artist. And she has really, like I said, she's have started out good, you know, like when she put out her hit single 2 on. I know the song is old, but it's still the shit, you know. That's one of her biggest hits, and I would like to have like more records to her name to have hits. But you know what, my thing is, as a Tinashe fan, I look at it like this. Nowadays the music climate is a lot different, you know, because artists nowadays, they of course they gotta work 10 times way harder to get their name out, and then they gotta get with the right connections and the right people to promote them. And like I said, to have a solid fan base is also important too, which Tinashe, she has already established a solid fan base, which, you know, like I said, you know who her fan base is, you know who they call themselves, including me. So I just gave you information on that right there. But I feel like the issue Tinashe is having is not really her music, it's just like the consistency of people getting to know her more, you know. But she has been, like I said, she has been like getting her name out there. She has been on tour with like Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj, Maroon 5. Look, homegirl been booking these stages. But ever since, up until, like I said about the Joyride era, I was so mad as hell. My black ass was like doing the rant here and there. But I will say this, her time will come. It's going to be the right time at the right moment. And I think this is what Tinashe, she's taking the opportunity and taking advantage of her time to make her music, get in her creative zone, and just pouring everything out into her own artistic, you know, viewpoint, and just doing her thing. Because I think, like I said, I'll put it out there anyway, because I think her label, they just didn't appreciate her like fully as her own individuality as an artist. And I think that she really was like marketed more into like the pop era of music for pop mainstream, whereas to Tinashe have already created her own sound on her mixtapes. Because you go to her mixtapes before Aquarius, her debut album, which I'll talk about that album again too, because her mixtapes have already carved a lane for her sound. You know, she got like that like nostalgic R&B gritty sensual vibe. It's like mystique, mysterious, it's dark, gritty, like those hip hop and R&B records. And really, she's like a chameleon to me in a good way. It's like she just brings like that flavor, and she brings like that, oh, like what to expect, like in a good way. Like you don't know what she's going to do. And I like that Tinashe, she tries to keep herself afloat. She tries to give her fans like update of like her music and stuff. But I'm so freaking happy that right now she's laying low. She's just recording more. She's just, you know, like I said, I just want Tinashe to just keep being artistic and keep being free, and don't like let nobody dim her light and dim her art. Because at the end of the day, whether people like her or not as an artist, it's all good. I'm not going to be fighting mofos. I'm not going to be dictating people who they like and who they should not like. But when it comes to Tinashe, credit where it's due. The girl has been doing her thing. The girl really got like had the attention of people really seeing like her art and even seeing her talent. There's one thing about Tinashe nobody can't deny: her talent, period. You know, And for me to be a Tinashe fan, I'm a real one because I've been there for her since day one. So I know what's up, and even the rest of the sweeties and the team Tinashe. So salute to the fans. But I just think that right now, we don't know when this new album gonna come out, and I liked her recent interview. You know, I think she did an interview with Larry King. Yeah, it was Larry King. I remember a couple months ago, right? So she really said that, you know, she's just aware of her criticism. She's aware of her critics, you know, about like her music and who she is as an artist. But I've always had liked that, like her being positive and staying optimistic and don't get discouraged. That's one thing I got a lot of respect for Tinashe. She ain't gonna let nobody like shake her up real bad. And that's what she inspires me to just push forward and believe in my art and my dreams. And don't let nobody discourage you or put you down to make you feel like, hey, you're not worthy, because you are worthy. But the thing with Tinashe, I just believe that Tinashe has that lane of, for her, she can really be the next big thing. And of course, she's been compared to other people established before her. And I will do a little quick mini rant as well. She's been compared, like I said, even to Beyonce as well. And you know, like I said, I had a little bit of a rant about that too. My last dedication video on Normani Corday. Go check it out. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Feel free. Knock your socks off. But I just think that Tinashe is another one that she is who she is as her own artist. And of course, even though people compare her to other people, established or not, her peers, she is Tinashe. She can't be nobody but her. And I do see Tinashe as Tinashe. And I think that when time comes and time will tell, like I said, I think that, you know, for her to get to that creative zone in the space of like find her own niche and have her own sound, which I believe, and still to this day, she already got a sound. The issue is when she, like I said, went through all that, you know, her challenge with like her label, this last era of the Joyride era, she had like, you know, difficulty like maintaining her sound, and I think she lost her sound. Not completely all of her sound, but I just think Joyride era and the Joyride album, when I did my review on the album Joyride, I was like saying how I felt like the album Joyride is a pretty good album. I think that it was too much pop going into the pop mainstream audience. I think that she could have had a little bit of records like here and there. She could have had like one pop record. Okay, I don't want to sound being a hypocrite because Tinashe is versatile. You can't put her in one box because she can do anything with her music. I just feel like some of these records were fucking generic as hell on this Joyride album. For example, I do not like Me So Bad. I felt like Me So Bad is a fucking trash record, and it's like the worst song off of Joyride. I don't know. It just sounds so basic and generic. It's just like that song did not do anything for her. That song didn't do nothing for her. It didn't do shit for her at all, period. That song was like typical generic R&B, hip-hop. It just was generic. I wanted like more of the Aquarius vibes on Joyride. I wanted more like the Aquarius, you know. I like being alone. This pressure ain't for everybody. Cold sweat, bitch. Ha! You can't fucking ever. Cold sweat, Aquarius. Which I will get to Aquarius now. Because Aquarius, when that album came out and when she debuted in the mainstream world with her debut album Aquarius, that album still is a gem. The album is still the shit. The album is like her really good introduction of who she is as an artist, as a debut album. It has great reviews. People still love it. And really, that is Tinashe's sound. The R&B alternative, like hip-hop, pop sound that she really, like I said, tried to maintain from her mixtapes. Because all of her mixtapes, like I said, you know, from start to finish, you know, Blackwater, Reverie, In Case We Die, Amethyst, Night Ride, yo, Like her mixtapes, all of them. Like really, her sound overall is what I expected to continue since her mixtapes, since Aquarius and Joyride. Unfortunately, because she had issues of creative differences from the record label, she was pushing back the album and all of this, and I hate going back down memory lane, but I have to do it. But I'm just telling y'all where she's at right now, and because of those hurdles and how she overcame them, and Joyride finally came out last year in April. It didn't do as well commercially because all of that. So now she has to revamp and she has to start over, which is fine. I'm glad she's independent again. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know if she's going to still stay independent or if she's still going like look into opportunities of signing into another record label. And as a Tinashe fan, I have been keeping updates here and there. There has been talks of like other record labels being interested in signing her. So we don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, Tinashe is full of surprises. We don't know what's going to happen with her in a good way. What I mean by surprises in a good way. And what I love about Tinashe is like she's humble, she's down to earth, you know, and like I said, you know, she really has proven like, listen, I'm gonna be that B. I'm gonna be that chick like doing the damn thing. And like I said, you know, she got haters, she got bird chirp mofos, but whatever. You know, because like I said, you know, the more haters you got, that means you're doing something right. You got haters, you're doing something right, obviously. So it's like, I like how, you know, Tinashe's perseverance and her resilience and dedication and still, you know, to want to keep making music, you know, to have longevity in this music business is really commendable. And she's not the only one, because like I said, I've supported other artists that I love as much as I love Tinashe as well, vice versa, that they've been through it too. So I love like really supporting artists that, you know, they don't let this music business get them all fucked up. So even with that being said, I think that Tinashe, you know, when this new album comes out, she deserves to get like all the support from the Tinashe fans, and you know, people are welcome to like support her then too in the future. And I think that you know, from what I've seen from like the Tinashe fans, it's like, from what I've seen, observations, you know, they really have been like, you know, just anticipating new music as much as I am too. You know, we've been talking amongst ourselves on Twitter. I also follow Tinashe on Twitter too. So, like I said, she know I'm a real one too. So, I think that right now we're just waiting patiently. I would love for Tinashe to put out another mixtape to keep the fans like, you know, waiting and like, you know, give us like a dose and a taste of like what's to come on her new album. And I like that Tinashe really, she takes her craft seriously. And she don't put out any other thing. That's another thing what I like about her. When she's ready to put out new music, she'll let us know. But I would like, as a suggestion, that she puts out a mixtape this summer. Like, just give us a little appetizer. You know, give us a little something. Like, okay, what direction this new album will be about. Or just put like an EP with a couple of songs. You know, just, you know, do something for the fans. And she does love her fans, and she does appreciate her fans, so vice versa. So Tinashe, like I said, she's such a really cool person, and I think that sometimes she be getting unnecessary hate for no reason, but it's all good. That's just part of the territory. Not everybody's gonna like you, and that's fine. It is what it is. But what I do like about her is that, you know, like I said, I think that her music can really get going, like in terms of like, you know, people knowing her more. You know, she'll be everywhere, like internationally known too. You know, so she's been doing her thing. She's been booking stages. She's been on a couple of tours. She even had headline her own tour, Joyride tour, which I was on. So she already got like a solid fan base and a good strong following. I just, like I said, I just feel like after all she's been through, like I said, in this music business, I like to see her more, getting more shine and more recognition along with her peers. They deserve it. And I think it's sad that, people don't really pay attention to like artists like Tinashe that much either too, because I just think that it's like this in this music business right now. You just gotta get like a right solid foundation around you, and then you gotta be consistent, and you gotta be a hustler too, so it's like I like how with her, she really have kept to herself too, away from like spotlight for a little bit too. So I like that. As a fan, I just want her to create her best body of work with this third album, and I want her to just do her, and I want her to be free. I just want her to just do her thing, and don't be afraid to be a risk taker. But she have already proven that, because really it's like people underestimate Tinashe, literally. Like, they even tried to call themselves, compare her to, like, I gotta keep it 100. Now I'm a fan of this lady too, but they try to compare her to Sierra too, which really like this, and this was really, as a Sierra fan, I was pissed off as hell, because I love Tinashe too. It's like both of them. You piss me off about either one of them, the dragon is gonna be awakening. You gonna wake up the dragon, because people kind of like compare her to like Sierra, and I understand like the lane of dancing and singing, but they kind of was like trying to pit her against Sierra, and I'm like, yo, it's rude for them, and I ain't trying to be like, starting things, no, and they did the same thing with like comparing her to like Maya too. So it's kind of like Tinashe was like dealing with like the comparisons of like people before her that was doing singing and dancing, and here she come along. So people wasn't really trying. Some people wasn't really trying to give her a chance, which is fine, but I don't underestimate nobody's capabilities of being the best person that they can be. That's why I'm a really strong advocate of like accepting people, different artists for who they are. Even though some may not be my cup of tea, it's okay. It ain't gonna bother me, but I just don't like press mofos. Always got something to say 24/7 nitpicking. And Tinashe, she's not everybody's cup of tea, which is fine. But for the real fans, like, we ride it out. We be there for Tinashe. You see how sweet teas and tea Tinashe be going on. And sometimes I may like, say something here and there, but I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I support my girl to the end, and that's it. So, that's just where I'm at. That's just how I feel as a fan of hers. And I think like even when I grew into like a huge Tinashe fan, this was when like the Aquarius album came out, and then even like that song Cold Sweat that I just mentioned. I love Cold Sweat. Like, that song Cold Sweat, to me, every time I'm feeling down, every time like I feel like, I don't know, now on my good days, I think about Tinashe songs, because she makes songs for everybody, uplifting songs, like dance songs, sensual songs, like it's everything for everybody. So I love that Tinashe, it's like wherever her mind is, she gonna give it to you, she gonna bring it to the table. And I love that with her, like I said, she's like a chameleon in her music, because you really don't know what to expect from her. You really don't know. And then, like I said, I like how, the sweet teas, we've been there for sis since day one. So I like that, for her, she really is like standing at her own feet. She ain't going nowhere. She's standing, still strong, being that individual and being that artist that she can be. She can't duplicate nobody else. She's inspired by the people that came before her. She even said her influences. So it's like, I just find it ironic and funny. Like, motherfuckers want to always be like motherfuckers want to be like, you trying to be like so-and-so, and you don't want to be so-and-so. I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you? But that's just my, like I said, Super Saiyan. I really want to go there. But I have to remind myself, I don't want to drag a bitch, but it's okay. Some days I do, some days I don't. And some days I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I think, like I said, I look forward for her new music. I think that she'll have her place in the music business, have longevity. And I like that for her, the thing that I want from her is to stay true to her art. That's why I think she have always have like really been vocal about that, because listen, she struggled too. She really just need to keep pushing and keep going and just stay in her lane and just keep believing in herself, because that's the only main thing. That's the only reason why I say this. And I say this because as a fan, I'm grateful supporting artists like her and everybody else, because look, I don't have the talent to do the stuff that they do, okay? I don't have none of that talent. I can't sing for shit. I can't dance for shit. I cannot do that. But Tinashe, for me to witness Tinashe when she like her ability to command the audience, her stage presence. And when I was able to see her at the Joyride tour, I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, sis, you got my support forever. So my thing is, I'm just critical on like her, all the stuff she been through. Like I said, you know, with like her old label and stuff. Now she's on to a fresh start. I just want her to get into the creative flow, into the creative zone, and just, like I said, just come up with like new ideas, new innovation. Also, I think her management, I even noticed that her management is going to have to really step their game up too, because it's like, unfortunately, this generation is new listeners and stuff, but their thing is, if you don't put out music here and there, you know, you kind of fade away, which is some bullshit. I just think that people just need to just appreciate these artists while they're able to make music and go from there, because a lot of that stuff that I hear on the radio, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. It's garbage. But like artists like Tinashe, they do deserve to get this shine and recognition. And I think that once Tinashe gets everything settled with like her new album, when she gets into like what direction she's going for her new album, and get like her team and management, she can get the ball rolling. Now, great news, because this been going on for a while, so I'll give y'all the Tina update. She did part ways with her old manager, so I'm so happy. I did a video on that, so go check it out. I think that Tinashe just needs a new direction, and just learning too how to promote her shit, and also like getting like new outlets, like music outlets, to like promote her as an artist, and to promote her like you know, just like promote her like overall, like her artistry and her sound and her music. So I think that Tinashe, she can really take advantage of like, okay, find a new management, find new people on her team, you know. And also I would love for Tinashe, like I said, just to like give us an update to the fans, like what she's been doing with her music. And she has been doing that recently. I know her Instagram, she's been posting clips of like her new music, being in the studio recording and all that good stuff. So I like that Tinashe is taking the initiative to do that on her own. So, you know, like I said, it is what it is. You know, I just think that she's just a breath of fresh air in music. And I think that, you know, it's biased for people to try to write her off and overlook her. But at the end of the day, you know, she got a fan base, and she got a following that, like I said, we'll ride on out for her till the wheels fall off. Another thing that I'm really concerned is like, I'm looking forward to seeing her too again when she hit the road too, because I think that even for Tinashe to see like another up and coming like entertainer in this generation, where they can give you the stage presence and they give you like more of like that nostalgic thrill, kind of like in the look. It's kind of like when I mentioned Michael and Janet and Britney, because she did say those three are her big influences. And like I said, she did get the opportunity to pay tribute to Janet Jackson, and she did get the opportunity to work with Britney on their song, and you know, like I said, perform with her on a couple of shows. And I have to be honest, I mean, people can say what they want to say about Tinashe, but the girl, she ain't stopping. She's like, hell no, y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna motherfucking write me off and be like whatever. So that's why I like that spunk and I like that sass from her. And what I'll try to do is keep you know, making like videos supporting Tinashe, supporting her music, give you guys an update on Tinashe, because I know Tinashe fans in my comments on my YouTube channel, it's like, please keep promoting T and please keep doing what it do. We love your support. I'm like, okay, cool. So a promise is a promise, you know, no fake shit. I'm here to support sis. And I just want people, like I said, even if they're not like fans of her, that's fine. If they like some of her songs, cool. If they want to like learn more about her as an artist, that's cool. They come over here on my channel, they gonna get the nitty gritty. They gonna get the source, straight from the source, from me. So you know, so yeah. Guys, that's all I gotta say right now. I mean, I love Tinashe. I'm a huge fan. Team Tinashe, sweet tea forever. So guys, what do you guys think about Tinashe as an artist overall? What do you guys expect for her in the future of her music career. Are you guys excited for new music, her new album? Let me know down below. Sweet Teas, Team Tinashe, check this video out. Let me know down below. And I'm signing on out. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Don't be afraid to hit that notification bell. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And you know your girl got to sign out as always. Stay tuned on next episode of Gifted Since 92 Dragon Ball Z narrated reference. Yeah. So I have to say bye bye.